Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Athena Leadership Talks. We're pleased to have you all back and with another exciting topic.
So, the topic for today's session is very interesting. Actually, 4 of us were sitting together and we were discussing about our experiences with placement cell, with internships. And we were discussing that nowadays students are going through a lot of dilemma. Like they have to apply for internships also, they have to go through the procedures of placement cells also. So students are very confused these days, and I think we're not relatively that old to discuss these topics. So we thought that we should discuss these things to give more insights to the people who are going through placement cells procedures and internships and applying to various other organizations. So I think this episode is dedicated to those people who are just going through the normal procedure and of going through internships, applying to other organizations. So we just wanted to share our experiences, like how we got in touch with Athena and what has our journey been. So Ali, do you want to start with your journey? Like how did you came in touch with Athena and how your journey started with the organization?
Yeah, sure. It was quite a interesting experience. Like being on a placement cell during COVID was an experience in itself because you were mostly flooded by a sea of edtech and sales jobs with a very generic profile, and you could just see that their entire purpose was to just get you on board, make you sell something without any real thing. And in all that, while I was constantly panicking about what I will do after my college, Athena's job description, not to flatter anyone here, but was quite a savior in that sense, because I got the idea from the job that this was somewhere where they're actually investing in the person and not just onboarding another body for the sake of it. They were interested in the right person, and it started from day one. I think I remember the procedure was sending a video CV of myself, which was again something different. I'd never done it in my life, and being quite camera conscious most of the times, it was something different. But then I started with it, I sent it through, and I was damn sure I was not going through. And then I went through the first round as well. The JD, again, speak on that because it was the thing that really sold me on the company, showed me clearly that the company was investing in a person, that they wanted somebody who could come in and actually be a part of the organization, a valuable part of it, and not just another part of a machine, which was a good start. And even over the time as I gave interviews, whether it be with Arjun or whether it be with Anmol, I got to learn that they were concerned about me as a person, about my entire experience, whether it be, for me it was relocation was a big problem. They were constantly in touch with me over relocation, or how Arjun helped me, guide me through that entire process, which was at times turbulent due to COVID, me moving out of the country due to some reasons for some time. A turbulent process, and during that entire time, even more than my own placement cell at times, Athena was there constantly in touch, and it showed me that they cared about me as a person. I think Tanpreet would be able to throw a better light on how the entire recruitment and campus procedure went.
Sure. So after the pre-placement talk, I had gone through a very rigorous kind of interview with me. I think it's just because of my skills. So I had gone through around 6 discussions. So the first was basically like a video interview, as Ali said. After that, there was a group discussion, which was very basic, and the topics were very, very basic. And the main thing of group discussion was that once when you're sitting in a group discussion, you have to give chance to everyone. So a person who is just rushing in with his thoughts is the first person who will be getting rejected. But if a person who appreciates and listens to other people and then says what he feels, is the person who will be going forward. And after the group discussion, I had 2 interviews with my delivery managers. So those delivery managers basically wanted to understand what I did in my college life, wanted to understand my personal hobbies, and basically understand what I am and what I want to do in the future.
Yeah, just to add to what Tanpreet said, first of all, I think people who ask you all the technical questions only in the interview rounds, I don't think that is the right way to start. Just my opinion about it, because
that is a red flag.
As Tanpreet says. So, talking about the red flag, I think when organizations or the highly decorated people from big organizations ask you about your hobbies and what you like, it starts a relationship with them. Like when our senior principals interacted with us, at that time only some relationship or a start of a new conversation happened, and we were able to relate with them. They also related with us. They also discussed their college time.
Yeah, exactly. It never seemed like they were unapproachable. Some people with very high-end closed doors where you couldn't get in touch with them.
Yeah.
And even after joining the job, you realize how important that is, because the touch was constant. The constant interaction makes you feel a part of it and not as somebody who's new from.
It makes you feel like you're not from another world. They have gone through the same procedure.
Just to tell you something about my experience, so I came in through a referral by Bhavishya, who is our MD. So I reached out to him on LinkedIn. So that was a phase in our life when LinkedIn reached out to direct CEOs and MDs who were very much in trend, because that helped a lot of people to get into a good company. So I did the same thing. The types of question Bhavishya asked me, it really told me about the character of the company. He was asking me questions related to my personal development, which really gave me confidence if I want to work in the company or not. So yeah, that really is a good thing.
Exactly. And coming to the part where Tanpreet added that, as he spoke about group discussions and all, I think we've been fed this information that the one who speaks a lot is the one who scores.
But this is not true.
Exactly. The one who blabbers, I think, loses it all. And the one who makes a plausible point in the conversation is the one who gets attention. So that is something that stands out in group discussions.
So I would like to also add, if you're going through like a huge amount of rounds, so you don't have to panic that after this round you might get rejected, or there might be some confusion in your head. But I think the more rounds are there, it basically prepares you that you want to get into the job, or you basically want to take a pause for it. So I still think that the number of rounds, if there are more, then I'm only talking about campus only, not the higher level jobs. But if there are more rounds of interview, you'll be able to align yourself with the goals of the company. So after all 5 rounds, I had a discussion with Bhavishya, and I came to office to collect my offer letter also. And after that discussion with Bhavishya, he basically wanted to understand about my family, my goals, what I am, what I was, and what I want to be. So this was a major thing that pushed me that I want to join. And also, I still remember a funny thing that happened to me, that during the video interview, I was wearing a coat and underneath I was wearing my shorts.
That's the most COVID interview experience ever.
That's the general hack that we use.
It was a fun phase.
Yeah. COVID times.
COVID times were full of this thing. I remember it was absolutely hot outside. It was my first call, and I knew it would be with Arjun or Anmol. I was not sure. I was wearing this coat and was constantly sweating. And a moment before Arjun was supposed to join, I was literally getting up and throw my coat. I think Arjun was a bit late for the meeting, a minute or two, and I was like, what's happening? I'm getting too hot. I wanted to throw my coat away. And on that exact moment, Arjun joined. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I'm in this weird position, and he's looking at me.
That happens. When I used to do internship, I was an intern with Athena. So at that time, I was told that you should be in your corporate attire each and every time, even if you're working from home. So I used to wear shirt every day when I used to work from home. Maybe some video call may come at the last moment. So I used to wear shirt, and I used to feel like I'm wearing a shirt, and beneath that I'm wearing shorts. So that used to puzzle me up. What am I doing? So that was also
adding
fun.
to Anubhav's point. So I have been a question mark to coming to corporate with the corporate attire. I once came in my Manchester United jersey to office, and this friend of mine is a Liverpool fan. So
that's the worst thing to wear anywhere, not a corporate setup. Worst thing to wear anywhere.
Fourth in the table.
So one thing you know about us is that we are all crazy about league matches. Man United, Liverpool, Barca.
The only thing that will stop these podcasts coming, because at one point in time we will fight over this so much that we won't be friends anymore, but okay.
So yeah, just to wrap it up, we'll make it quick. We know your all placements are coming up and you must all be panicking. But there's no need. There are a lot of other ways to get into an organization.
Exactly.
Just rather than just being in complete, just relying on placements for that matter.
Adding to Chirag's point, please guys don't rely on your placement cells solely. I understand that placement cells are working hard for you, but you should work hard on yourself too, because if you don't hustle on your end, you won't be able to find new initiatives or new organizations that you can reach out to. Like in my case, I reached out to Athena on my own, and I found that this company is providing me insights of another level. It is providing information that none of my peers have, and none of my other co-mates in the in my college have. So that is something that stood out for me, and I think that you should hustle on your own, because on hustling on your own, you would try some things that are truly out of the box, and you would take some initiative in understanding, and that would indeed build your vocabulary, your wisdom and all.
just to take it from Anuvrat's point only, I think another key thing, like something that helped me a lot, was to seek knowledge from different sources, not just relying on whatever my college taught, because at that time it can be limiting. So try to seek knowledge from different sources, whether it be through internships or online courses. I think limiting yourself to a particular set of knowledge would not be the best thing.
And don't be afraid of reaching out to people. Don't be afraid of reaching out to people at senior level.
I think
It cannot go badly, right?
I think
That
Chirag
you
and I can relate on this, that
exactly.
we have reached out to thousands of people on LinkedIn
Exactly.
because we reached out on our own, and we used to like cold cold email each and every highly decorated person of all these organizations, talent head, HR heads. So that is something that you should do on your own.
So the worst that can happen is they don't reply, and the best that can happen is that you can get into your dream organization, right?
Exactly.
With a very
So coming to my suggestion, I would say just take it very easy. The more easy you take, the better confidence you build. Don't be afraid to take rejections. If you're getting rejection, then just think of it that you weren't meant to be here, and God has something better for you. So I think this is the best thing I can say about the interview time that is going on. Apart from that, I would also say that dive more into what you want to do. Take out some time for yourself and like think what you want to do, because this is a very confused and perplexed generation that we are in. It takes time to see what we want to do.
It was fun having you guys. It was a fun session, and we would be looking forward to having it again. Maybe in the comments you can mention what other topics do you feel could hold relevance to you at such point of time, and we would love to discuss about them more and share our opinions. How much value they would hold for you, that depends, but we'll try to share them for sure.
Till then, like,
Share,
subscribe.